I'm in a robe. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. It's much warmer.
Yeah. Right. So we're just saying we're like
Yeah.
at Rabbit Town.
Yeah.
We're at Rabbit Town. Come on in. Show off.
Okay. Well, welcome to Rabbit Town.
Venus in Fur is a play about the struggle between men and women to obtain control from one another.
Venus in Fur is about a playwright who's auditioning for a play that he's written. It's an adaptation of the actual historical novel Venus in Fur. And he's had a terrible day of auditions. He's not finding the right female lead for his show. So he's now at the end of the day, and in walks this girl that he didn't even really plan on seeing.
Hey, can you guys shut up for a minute? Thank you. That was a very Vanda thing to do.
It was.
Shut up!
Perfect.
I love this space.
Yeah. And this isn't even the play space.
Yeah.
This is just where everybody will congregate.
This is sort of like our informal lobby.
Okay. Yeah. My character Thomas Novacek is a playwright. He's not really had much success lately, and he's doing this adaptation, and he wants to get it right. He's a bit of a perfectionist. He's a bit of I'd say, an amateur historian, and this is a pet project of his that it seems like nobody really quite understands why he's dug this novel up out of obscurity, really, 1870. And it does have to do with Leopold von Sacher-Masoch was the author of the novel, and the word masochism has been coined from his name, Masoch. So there is this idea of the novel deals with giving oneself over completely and allowing oneself to be dominated by another in a relationship.
My character is Vanda Jordan. She is many things. Without giving too much of it away, she perhaps is a goddess, she's perhaps an actress, she's perhaps a spy. We really don't know. Vanda's character, she sort of keeps cartwheeling through different personalities, and it's a lot of fun to play, but it takes great mental stamina to be able to balance all of these characters that are running around in Vanda's head. This light fixture, the owner of Rabbit Town actually made this light fixture just out of found objects, and went and purchased the Edison bulbs, and it is just an absolute showstopper. So we're lucky to be able to bring this play to life in a space where so much art has already been created. I think it really sets the stage for us.
Yeah. It ends up being more of a straight man, but and so most of his comedy comes from just watching this very controlled facade be challenged and slip here and there. And then I'd say Charlie's character Vanda really does bring a little bit of zany, a little bit. Also, both characters are very witty, and it's fun to hear the repertoire between the two, and how the conflict kind of rises and falls, and jabs are kind of made at each other, and then they make up, and then they go at it all again, and so it's very interesting, and it's done with light strokes, and it's done with very, very deep strokes too as well, because it's definitely about the human condition, like most plays.
I think that there's a lot of, like in every relationship, there's a lot of bouncing back and forth as to who really holds the power. Successful relationships come from when two people are able to equally balance that power. My character and the other character, Thomas Novacek, they cannot balance the power. And so it truly is a story about the struggle to maintain control. And it's intriguing, and it's funny, and it's sexy, and it's sassy. And I think that all of us have been at that point where we have so desperately wanted to hang on to something tightly and make it our own. And that, I think that's really what's going to draw the audience in, is just that struggle. And in here is our illustrious play space and our crew, who are taking a break.
Yeah.
Yes. Working with Eric has been really great. It has felt oftentimes very comfortable, kind of like an old sweater that you pull out and that you've had forever and it fits you perfectly. But it's also been very intimidating because his acting abilities they're just bang on, and he keeps challenging me every time I rise to where he's at. He bumps it up another level, and so I have to keep pursuing greatness in order to keep up with him. So yeah, you're a little intimidating.
Charlie's great, actually. She brings a lot to the role of Vanda, who is the gal he ends up auditioning with, or auditioning for the play. Charlie's fun. She brings the life to the character that needs to be there. There also has to be a bit of sensuality and a bit of spell binding sort of ways that she definitely pulls them all off and keeps both the character Thomas Novacek on his toes, and I think the audience will be kind of reeling, trying to figure out where she's coming from.
But most of all, it's been great because with a two-person show, a lot of it involves trust. And we really, truly have to trust one another on stage, that we're going to, give each other the lines and the emotions and everything that we need on stage in order to tell the story properly. And that was something that we just discovered, that we had that chemistry at auditions, and we didn't plan it. We weren't friends before, but I trust you, buddy. I trust you.
Well, I trust you.
Don't let me down. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and it's pretty. And actually, believe it or not, it's pretty finished right now. So
Yeah.
yeah, it takes place
In a
in
warehouse.
a very rough,
Yeah.
rough auditioning space.
That works for me.
Yeah.
The show will be January 19th, 20th, and 21st, and then the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday following that, because I don't have a calendar in front of me, and then February 2nd and 3rd at Rabbit Town, next door to Shovelhead Saloon in Danville on College Street, right by the train tracks. We will be having shows. Will be starting at 8 o'clock on Fridays and Saturdays, and at 4 o'clock on the 2 Sunday performances that we have. Seating is limited, so I would highly encourage people to go ahead, pre-purchase your tickets, and make sure that you have a seat, because this is one show you don't want to miss.